questions. All my years of original research had been difficult to collect, organize, and finally write as a comprehensive study of our immortal life. I felt I had done enough. In the introduction to Journey of Souls, I explained my background as a traditional hypnotherapist and how skeptical I had been about the use of hypnosis for metaphysical regression. In 1947, at age 15, I placed my first subject in hypnosis, so I was definitely old school and not a new ager. Thus, when I unintentionally opened the gateway to the spirit world with a client, I was stunned. It seemed to me that most past life regressionists thought our life between lives was just a hazy limbo that only served as a bridge from one past life to the next. It was soon evident I had to find out for myself the steps necessary to reach and unlock a subject's memory of their existence in this mysterious place. After more years of quiet research, I was finally able to construct a working model of spirit world structure and realized how therapeutic this process could be for a client. I also found that it did not matter if a person was an atheist, deeply religious, or believed in any philosophical persuasion in between. Once they were in the proper superconscious state of hypnosis, all were consistent in their reports. It was for this reason that I became what I have come to call a spiritual regressionist. This is a hypnotherapist specializing in life after death. I wrote Journey of Souls to give the public a foundation of information, presented in a tight, orderly progression of events, of what it is like to die and cross over, who meets us, where we go, and what we do as souls in the spirit world before choosing our next body for reincarnation. This format was designed as a travelogue through time, using actual case histories from clients who told me of their past experiences between former lives. Thus, Journey of Souls was not another past life book about reincarnation, but rather broke new ground in metaphysical research, which had been virtually unexplored by the use of hypnosis. During the decade of the 1980s, while I was formulating a working model of the world between lives, I closed my practice to all other types of hypnotherapy. I became obsessed with unraveling the secrets of the spirit world as I built up a high volume of cases. This made me more comfortable with the validity and reliability of my earlier findings. While these years of specialized research into the spirit world rolled on, I worked practically in seclusion, with only my clients knowing about this work, and only as it pertained to them and their friends. I even stayed out of metaphysical bookstores because I wanted absolute freedom from outside bias. Today, I still believe my self-imposed isolation and not speaking out publicly was the right decision. When I left Los Angeles to retire in the Sierra Nevada mountains and write Journey of Souls, I expected to slip into quiet anonymity. This proved to be a delusion. Most of the material presented in the book had never been published before, and I began receiving a great deal of mail through my publisher. I owe Llewellyn a debt of gratitude for having the insight and courage to introduce my research to the public. Soon after publication, I was sent out on road trips to give lectures and engage in radio and TV interviews. People wanted more details of the spirit world and continued to ask if I had additional research material. I had to answer yes. Actually, I still had a wide variety of unreported information that I assumed would be too much for the public to accept from an unknown author. Despite the fact people found Journey of Souls very inspirational, I resisted the idea of writing a sequel. I decided on a compromise. With the printing of the 5th edition, an index was added to Journey of Souls, along with a new cover and some added paragraphs to meet requests for greater clarification about specific issues. This was not enough. The volume of mail I was receiving each week continued to increase dramatically with queries about life after death. People now began to seek me out, and I decided to practice again on a limited basis. I noticed a higher percentage of more developed souls. Clients must wait a long time to see me due to my semi-retirement and greatly reduced client load. As a result, I have fewer young souls in psychological crises and more cases with clients who are able to be patient. These people wish to unlock the meaning behind certain issues by tapping into their spiritual memories in order to fine-tune specific goals in life. Many are healers and teachers themselves who feel comfortable entrusting me with added information about their soul life between lives. In turn, I hope I have helped them on their paths. During all this time, the public perception remained that I had not let go of all my secrets. Eventually, my mind began to turn on how I should approach a second book. The effect of all I have described has brought about the birth of Destiny of Souls. I consider my first book to have been a pilgrimage through the spirit world on a great river of eternity. The voyage began at the mouth of the river with the moment of physical death, and ended at the place where we return into a new body. I had gone upriver toward the source as far as I was able in Journey of Souls. This has not changed. Although the memory of making this trip countless times is in the mind of every person, no one who is still incarnating seems to have the capacity to take me further. Destiny of Souls is intended to convey travelers on a second expedition along the river, with side trips up major tributaries for more detailed exploration. During our travels together on this second trip, I want to uncover more of the hidden aspects of the route, to give people a greater perspective of the whole. I have designed this book by topical categories rather than by progressive time and location. Thus, I have overlapped the time frames of normal soul movement between spiritual locations to fully analyze these experiences. I have also tried to offer listeners a look at the same elements of soul life from different case perspectives. Destiny of Souls is intended to expand our understanding of the incredible sense of order and planning which exists for the benefit of human beings. At the same time, it is my intention that this second tour into the wonders of the spirit world be fresh and enjoyable for the unseasoned traveler as well. For first-time listeners of my work, the opening chapter will give a condensed overview of what I have discovered about our life between lives. I hope this summary will add to your understanding of what follows, and perhaps encourage you to eventually listen to my foundational book. So, as we begin this second journey together, I want to thank all of you who have given me so much support for the hard work necessary to unlock the spiritual doorways of the mind. These associations, combined with the indulgence of many guides, particularly my own, have given me the energy to continue the task. I feel truly blessed to have been chosen as one of the messengers for this significant work. 1. The Spirit World. At the moment of death, our soul rises out of its host body. If the soul is older and has experience from many former lives, it knows immediately it has been set free and is going home. These advanced souls need no one to greet them. However, most souls I work with are met by guides just outside Earth's astral plane.